Hello students, welcome to the new session of class 10. In this session, it means in class 10, the chapters that we have to study are classes and objects. Second chapter is arrays. Third is string. Fourth is library. Functions. And the last one is object oriented programming. All these chapters are important from ICSE board point of view. So first of all, today we'll discuss classes and objects. So before starting this chapter, let us know what is class and what is object. So first of all, define a class. A class is the collection of variables and methods. Actually, in class 9, while making the program, you have used a function main method, public static void main, and inside that main method you have declared some variables. Now in class 10, we'll use many methods, we'll declare many methods, we'll create many methods, more than one methods except the main method, and along with that we'll declare a lot of variables, many variables. We can declare 2, 5, 10, 20, 25 variables. All these variables and methods are collectively put inside a class. So we say that a class is the collection of variables and methods, and these methods and variables are called, members of a class. These are called members of a class. Now the second is object. First of all, you get the definition, and after that we'll see all these things using an example. In Java, it is said that an object is an instance of a class. What is the meaning of instance? Instance meaning whenever an object is created, the memory for the class and its members are allocated. When an object is created, memory for the class and its members are allocated. These memory references are called instance. And after creating the class, if we don't create the object, we'll not get the reference of that class, and if we don't get the reference of that class, we can't access any members inside it. It means we can't access any variable and any method written inside it. Now the third one is method. We have used that a class is the collection of variables and methods, and I think all of you are familiar with the variables. That variable is the name using by which variable is the name that is used to store the data. This is the definition of variable you are learning from the early of class 9. Now here let us define method. It is the set or group of syntaxes which are called. You can also imagine here, think about the calling means accessed, which are called or accessed when and which are executed, which are executed when and where it is called. What does it mean? We have, suppose, 20 syntaxes. All these 20 syntaxes have different functionalities. Suppose I'm creating a class, as in the previous section, class 9. I'm just writing here a program, public static void main string AR. Here you are going to declare int I, j, k. Here are the three variables. Suppose I equal to 10, j equal to 20, and k equal to I plus j. Finally, you print the value of k, system.out.println k. That's it. This type of program you have created in class 9. What's happening here? These are the fundamental things. Now let us focus here the 5 syntaxes written starting from int I, j, k to sopln system.out.println. Each syntax has the different functionality. This syntax has been used to declare the variables and nothing else. These two syntaxes, I and j, I equal to 10 and j equal to 20, these two syntaxes have been used to initialize variable I and j. This is the initialization section. Initialization section means initially you are storing some values in the variable, and in this syntax k equal to I plus j, you have made some calculations that you are going to find the sum of the two numbers. After getting the sum, you have print the value. This is different functionality. What are you looking here? Declaration of variable is one thing. Initialization of variable, storing the value in variable, is different thing. Making the calculation is different functionality, and printing the value is different functionality. Here are different functionalities. Now this is a very small program. In a small program, if you are looking about the functionalities, you will feel a larger amount of syntaxes. But whenever you go to large scale, just I am taking an example of our school or any coaching center that is initiated by any teacher. Suppose whenever a teacher is starting a tuition center, coaching center, he has only few students, 5, 10, 20, 25, 30 students, or hardly 50 students. But by the grace of God, if this coaching runs very good, then the institute have 500 to 1000 students. Initially, when the coaching has only 25 to 50 students, a single teacher is teaching all the students. But as the number of students increase in the coaching center, then the single teacher is turned over 25 to 10 teachers, different teachers. Because this is not possible for a single person to handle all these students. This is large amount of data. 500 to 1000 students is a large amount of data. So for the convenience, functionalities have been increased. The same thing happens in this case. Let us see one more example. Just I would like to see you image. And just wait, I'm looking the picture. Yeah. Okay, now look here. Here is apple. Here is an example apple. Apple is one thing. What have you did here? Apple have different varieties. A royal delicious apple, golden apple, granny apple. Okay, these are the different varieties of apple. But remember one thing. The apple that is here having the properties will be shared with all these apples. It means what is the shape of apple, that shape will remain in all these varieties. What is the taste of apple, that will remain as it is in all these apples. What are you looking? That all types of apples have same kind of properties, have some common properties. All the apples of all the varieties have some common properties. In the same way, let us see another example. Okay, now in this example, here is a class teacher. A teacher has some properties, some characteristics, like the teacher has some registration number, he has some date of birth, he will teach some subject or he will be specialized in particular subject, and he may be the class teacher of a particular class. He has some behavior. Behavior means functionality of a teacher. What may be the functionality of teacher? That is, his functionality may be teaching. He can take test. He can prepare the results. He can maintain the records of a student. So on the left side, a teacher has some characteristics, and these characteristics remain for all the teachers. Means these are the common characteristics. And here are on the right side, here are some behaviors. These behaviors are the common behaviors. It means these behaviors will be available in most of the teachers, all the teachers. I am not talking about the exceptional cases. So suppose here is a teacher, Mr. Pavan. Mr. Pavan has some registration number, date of birth, subject he is teaching English, and he is of class teacher class 10. He has behavior, teaching, he is taking test, preparing the result and maintaining the record. On the right side, here is another teacher, Mrs. Priya. He has also a registration number, date of birth, he is teaching physics, she is teaching physics and class 10. And behavior, she has also some behaviors, teaching, taking tests, preparing result and maintaining records. What are you looking? In all these two persons, in all these two teachers, characteristics are common, behaviors are common, but their values are different. That doesn't matter. Here you have to think about that the characteristics and behavior in all the teachers are common. So Mr. Pavan will be called one object and Mrs. Priya will be called another object. You can also think the object in another sense. That object is a copy of the class. Object Mr. Pavan is one copy, object Mrs. Priya is another copy. And these two objects have got their properties from the class. Means a class can share its characteristics and behavior with the objects. Means whatever is the characteristic will be shared to all its objects. Whatever the behavior of a class, that will be shared to all the objects. Clear? So we say that in the above definition we have said that object is an instance of a class, object is a copy of a class. Clear? So after looking all these things, let us see a basic example, and I am going to use BlueJ for the example. Just wait for a second. I am using BlueJ. It's taking us some time. Yeah, BlueJ open. This is Blue screen. I'm creating a class. Let's change the font size, preferences, and here the font size 22. Okay. Now start to create the class. Class, as I told you previously, will totally initial. I'm going this concept through very initial stage. As you have already created class CL. Clear? Now declare three variables as in the previous case. I have taken int I, j and k. I am taking the same thing, int I, comma j, comma k. Void. Now here to remember, one thing to remember, that class is always created by using the class keyword. This class is a keyword and we always create a class by using this keyword class. And this CL. CL is the name of class. We can give anything instead of this CL. We can give any name instead of CL and it is an identifier. You already know that identifier is the name of class, function or variable, or the name given to any part of the program. Here three variables have been declared. Now we are going to create a method. Remember here, to create a method we have to use a keyword void. Void is a keyword using by which we create a method. Method is also called function. So sometimes I will use method or sometimes I will use function. Okay. Now void. After that, after void, you have to give the name of method. Suppose I am giving the method name test, and a function, a method must have these two small braces. After that, start the body of method. Remember, these two are called these two curly braces are the boundaries of this method. So whatever we write between these two braces will be the part of this method test, and whatever we write after this method, outside this method, will not be the part of this method. In this method I am doing initialization of the variables. So this time I have stored I equal to 10 and j equal to 20. Okay, only this functionality has been performed in this method test. It means we have a specialized test for initialization of the variable and will not do any other activity inside this method. Now the second step is to find the sum of I and j. For that I am declaring another method, and we know that method is always created by using void keyword. So void, and as we have to find the sum, so I am taking the function name, method name add, and after the method we have to give these two parentheses. Now find the sum, k equal to I plus j, and the functionality of this method has been completed. So close the method, and no other activity is to be performed inside this method. Now the third one, what we have to do is void to print the value of k. So void show. Show is a function which will print the value of k, and to print we write the syntax system.out.println, print the value of k. Sorry, I am writing like this, k equal to plus k. Now there is no other functionality of this function, so just close it. Now all the activities that we have to do inside a class, declaration of variable, initialization of variable, adding the values and printing the values, everything has been completed. Now you can close the class. Now here comes a question, that what happens if we compile this program. Just start compilation. Just wait. Yeah. So compile the program, no syntax error. Okay. Now, if you study this program, you will not find any main method, and you know that without main method it's not possible to get the output of any Java program. Each and every program of Java needs a main method, because first time when the program is executed, the compiler of Java looks for the main method. And without a class, I have already told you that without a class we can't write any method or any variable. So for the main method, we'll have to create another class. Suppose the class name is sh. Now, as the class sh has been created, why this class has been created? To write the main method. So write here public static void main string ar. Okay, public static void main string ar. Now, what to do? Above this class cl is another class, and outside this class sh and outside this class cl you are writing another class, and from class sh you have to access the members of class cl. Now think about what are the members of class cl. I already told you that class has two types of members, variables and methods. So think about the members of this class. This class cl has three variables I, j and k, and one method test, fourth member, fifth member is function test, and the sixth member is function show. So here is a concept that from another class you cannot access the members of other class. From a class you cannot access the members of another class directly. It means from class sh you cannot access the member of class cl. Then what is the way that we have to get this? I have explained in the definition that when an object is created, we create the memory for the class and its members. Here from class, if we are looking from class sh, from this class sh, we are not getting any memory reference of class cl. So first of all, we'll get the memory reference, and memory reference, how do we get? By creating the object. So what is the syntax to create the object? First of all, write the class for which you have to create the object. It means you first write the class name for which to which members you have to access. Class cl, because you have to access the members of class cl. Now write the object name. Then the object name can be anything. Right now I am using obj. After that you have to give equal to. Here you have to give new keyword. New is a keyword. New keyword is used to allocate the memory. As in the definition I told you that what I told you that after creating the object we access the memory. And how do we create the memory at the time of creation of object? By using the keyword new. After that, after new, you again have to write this cl with braces. This will be explained later whenever we go to constructor. So don't think about this section. Once again I am explaining this syntax. What is the significance of this syntax? What is the meaning of this syntax? In this syntax, cl is the name of class of which we are going to access the members. Obj is the name of object. You can give anything instead of obj, a, b, c, d, x, y, z, whatever you want. you have, after that you have to give equal to sign. New keyword is compulsory to give because it is used to allocate memory for the class CL, and this is another thing. Now what happens here? As you have created the object obj, the memory for the above class CL has been created, and now by using obj you can access all the members. Now we don't need to access the variables because already variables have been initialized, they have been added, and they have been printed. So here comes a question that which method is to be called first, which method is to be accessed first. It's very simple. First of all, in our mind it comes that first of all variables is to be initialized, and initialization of variable has been performed in test function. So first of all we need to call the function test. So how do we call? obj.test. obj.test. The function will be called, the method test will be called by using the object of class CL, and the object of class CL is obj. So how do we call? obj dot is called the member operator. It means by using this operator we are accessing the members of a class, and the member of class is test. So how do we call? obj.test. What happens here? As you write obj.test, the control will be immediately transferred to this function void test, and variable I and j will be initialized. It means now value of I will be 10 and the value of j will be 20. Now again come to next point. What do you have to do after calling this test? After initialization you have to add. So simply how will you call? obj.add. This is the way to call the method add. And after calling add, what you have to do? You have to print the value of k. So print, how will you print? By calling obj.show. obj.show. Okay. So in this way you can call the functions. This is very simple example. Now while making in BlueJ, what you have to do? The main class, the class having the main method should be written first. First of all create the program, and finally cut this syntax and write at the top. Now compile the program. Here you have got class compiled, no syntax errors. Now close this window. You again come to this window. And now here is sh. Right click sh and click on void main. Okay. You will get the output k equal to 30. How will you get? Just change the screen, terminal window. K equal to 30. Is that clear? So now again come to the original point where we have started our video. Start here. First of all, start here. We have created a class in which we have declared three variables int, I, j, k. Test function, this is a member. Add function, add method, this is another member. Show function, this is another member. And all these three members have been accessed from another class sh. How? By creating the object. And the syntax to create the object is class name space object name. Just take the presentation as like this. Class name space object name equal to new keyword. This is a keyword. You cannot write anything else except new, and then CL. This is another thing. And after creating the object, you can access like obj dot function name, method name, again obj dot another method name, again obj dot third method name. You have to maintain the sequence while calling the functions, that which object which functionality is to be performed first, which is next after, and whatever is in the last. So it is all about the classes and object. These are the basic concept. First of all, you will listen this complete video, you will watch this complete video 2 to 3 times, and then write everything in your notebook. Everything, each and every syntax, each and every statement that I have written in the video or have said in the voice, everything should be noted down in your notebook. Then you will get proper knowledge. And after writing in your notebook at least 2 to 3 times, you will read the contents. Then everything will be clear. Okay. So after completion of this video, we'll know that what is class, what is object, and what is method, and how these two are combined in a single program. Is that clear? So let's remain here and we'll discuss more concepts, more programs on these concepts in the next video. Thank you.